And it's here, at a bookshop near Nailsea in Somerset, where we find a book all about Sir David Attenborough. David loved nature and animals, ants, birds, chameleons. He was fascinated by all the species he read about in books and wished he could meet them in real life. And it's here, at a rental mansion in Somerset, where we find George making a fire for the evening. But having known George for 2 weeks now, well, to be counting, it's unclassified. Perhaps I should stop the commentary and let the action just speak for itself. So what you're witnessing is the super high octane riveting discipline of editing videos. Here I take shots from the GoPro and the phone and move them into my editor, and I build the basic storyboard on which I overlay the other B-roll for George so that he can get a preview of the video about his car. So I was in the middle of editing a clip of George driving his beautiful Standard 14 around Tintersfield, and Patricia said,
"This is way more interesting than TV." I got bored with watching TV. It's like,
and that was on Her Majesty's Secret Service with George Lazenby. That's for me.
Adverts.
That's the second Bond movie after You Only Live Twice, that one is.
We kept putting
adverts.
ridiculous adverts in it, and I just thought, I'm bored now.
Yeah, you have to buy this or your life is not complete.
Oh, yeah.
You are a complete loser until you buy
Solicitors
new
and insurance and other crap and banks, and I thought, I can't bear it anymore.
Have you been injured by a pharmaceutical product?
Yeah.
Well, suck on it, you muppet, because they're all not liable. That was a tiring day. Running round, getting camera angles of George and Patricia walking, and then running around again, getting pictures of George's car. I'm going to sleep so well. Probably even get my biorhythms back on track, my circadian rhythm back on track. Good night. Oh, I had a dream last night. It was similar to a real experience I had 2 years ago when I was working at a t-shirt printing factory. But it wasn't that. It was the same twat boss, but I was in like a chip shop the size of a porter cabin, and all the customers were sat down there and they were making a racket and there was loud music, and I had to, concentrate on computer programming, and some of the customers would like talk to me and I'd ignore them, and then they'd pick fights with me, and and I keep arguing with the boss, if I could work remotely or, in some quiet part of the building, but God. And then I walked out and then he phoned me up and said things were going to get better, and I came back and it was still the same awfulness. Oh dear. Oh, and then I forgot where I parked my car. I was wandering around this awful city full of these awful people who hated me from the chip shop. Oh, that was a ridiculously bad dream. I like to slim it down here in the servants' kitchen. Just makes one feel
at home.
Humble. If Patricia and George smoked fags, I wouldn't be able to hang around with them. I wouldn't be able to spend 10 minutes in their house with them, or even go on a classic adventure like this with them. But as they're vaping, for a non-smoker, it's actually unnoticeable, because they're not burning dried leaves in the room that allow me to inhale 2,000 separate poisons and carcinogens. Yeah, it's just a personal suicide effort that doesn't involve any bystanders, which is appreciated. Have a think of that if you're inviting no smokers around. Check out this top drawer here. Obviously you've got your brass lion heads with ring pulls, but there's a hinge here. Although they've screwed it up, there's a hinge that turns into a fold-out desk, but except you're not allowed to do it now. And inside the desk, of course, is various stationery drawers, pens, ink pots, quills, letter writing paper, envelopes. Remember the Claverhouse? Scott preserves impartiality by building one of the most memorable of all his characters, in the leading covenator, Balfour of Burley, briefly mentioned by the historian Lingard as a most desperate and barbarous enthusiast.